Now, Congressman Eric Swalwell is delivering a statement live in response to that deadly plane collision over Washington, D.C. Let's listen in.
Still at the crash site, but also answers in the coming days, weeks, and months as to how this happened. And to my fellow travelers, my constituents, and every American, you are owed the luxury of getting on a plane and getting to your destination and not worrying about your safety. In fact, that's the experience you've had for the last 15 years, because we've not had a commercial airline crash in the United States. But now I understand that that sense of safety has been jolted. And I promise, as a member of the Homeland Security Committee, somebody who has a number of airports near my district, including civilian airports and military bases in the area, that I will work to make sure every passenger is safe. I also want to pass on that I have heard in the last couple of months from different air traffic controllers all over the country about concerns as to staffing and not having the staff to meet the needs for air traffic to be safe. And that must be a part of this investigation. These air traffic controllers work so hard every day and night under very intense, stressful circumstances to keep us safe. And we must make sure that they are always properly staffed. We must look at President Trump's firing of critical officials at the FAA, at TSA, and other aviation agencies as to what role that could have contributed to in this crash. But I also want to dismiss, debunk, and disavow what the president said this morning. As search and rescue teams were still in the water recovering bodies, the President of the United States did not become a consoler in chief. He became somebody who weaponized disinformation to politicize this awful event. He blamed the crash on DEI. That is absurd. It's clownish. And the only reason somebody would say something so absurd and so clownish is because they are incompetent. They don't have the ability to lead in a crisis like this, or the strategic thinking and ability to execute on a plan to make us safe. So they fall back on an alibi of DEI. With this gang, with Donald Trump and many of his MAGA colleagues in Congress, the only formula they know is noun, verb, DEI, and they project that onto every crisis. In the last 24 hours since this crash, first responders showed up immediately. Police officers showed up. Paramedics showed up. Firefighters showed up. The military showed up. Families showed up looking for loved ones. The community has shown up to help those who lost lives. The only person who we expected to show up, the President of the United States, has not. And it's time for him to show up. What he does in the coming days will determine whether Americans go to an airport with anxiety or they go there with confidence that they will be safe. We need the president to rise to the occasion, not stoop to political accusations that are baseless. So I promise, as a representative to an important community in the East Bay, I will continue to show up and be an adult as we investigate what happened and we comfort and console the families. And I expect our leaders, going all the way up to the President of the United States, will act and conduct himself the same way. With that, I'm happy to take any questions from our local press. And if you want to raise your hand.
And that was